It's 3 a.m. I'm standing in a tiny airport hotel lobby, exhausted after a full day of travel, and I just found out that my reservation was, get this, overbooked. I mean, how does that even happen? I had booked the hotel months in advance. I'd called to confirm everything the day before my flight. But now, after hours of delays, missing connections, and scrambling to make it to the hotel on time, they're telling me that there's no room for me. And you know that feeling? When everything seems to spiral out of control. Like, just when you think you're at the finish line, someone hands you another obstacle to jump over. I could feel the stress crawling up my neck, making my head spin. The last thing I needed was another problem added to an already chaotic day. But here's the kicker. It wasn't the end of the world. In fact, it turned out to be a lesson in why we sometimes forget the most basic travel hack. Travel insurance. Let me backtrack a bit. This wasn't just any trip. I was on my way to a friend's wedding, and I had made all the arrangements. The perfect itinerary. Flights, hotels, car rentals. It was supposed to be stress-free. I didn't think twice about the insurance because, honestly, I thought it was just an added expense I didn't need. I mean, I'm healthy, I've traveled a lot, and nothing ever goes wrong, right? Wrong. I remember standing at that front desk, feeling a wave of panic rising in me, when I remembered, thankfully, that I had booked travel insurance just in case. I pulled out my phone, quickly checked the insurance app, and within minutes, I found myself in contact with someone from the service. They listened, calmed me down, and walked me through my options. And here's the twist. I didn't even have to pay for another hotel room. The insurance covered the cost of the overbooking, including the extra night I had to stay in a new hotel at the last minute, and even some transportation costs. They didn't just make the situation better, they made it disappear in a way that felt almost too good to be true. Now here's the emotional part of this whole experience. I was scared, not just about being stranded or missing out on the wedding, but about how I would afford all these sudden changes. It could have been a financial disaster, but that's when travel insurance became my safety net. I had never fully appreciated what it does until it actually worked for me in a real-life emergency. And I'll tell you, this is the part of travel planning that people don't talk about, the part that can make or break your trip. We all get excited about the destination, the food, the memories we're going to make, but we don't always think about the what-ifs. The what if your flight gets canceled? Or your bag gets lost, or your hotel gets overbooked. I could have been out a lot of money, or even worse, missed the wedding entirely. But instead, I was able to get a refund, find a new place to stay, and even relax a bit, knowing everything would be covered. It was such a relief. Seriously, like a weight off my shoulders. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, yeah, travel insurance is just an extra cost, I get it. I used to think that way too. But let me tell you, it's not just a nice to have, it's a must have. I'm so thankful that I made the decision to include it in my travel plans. A lot of people don't know this, but Auras.insure, it's the one I've used for this trip, and every trip since, has honestly been a lifesaver. I'm not just saying that. I've been through a few travel mishaps since then, and every time they've had my back. It's not about paying a ton of extra money. It's about peace of mind and knowing that when things go sideways, you've got someone on your side. I trust them. So if you're looking for that travel hack, like the one thing you need to make sure your trips go smoothly, check them out. You won't regret it. I promise. It could make all the difference when things go wrong. And let's face it, they sometimes do. So next time you book your flights and hotels, take a second to think about that safety net. Trust me, you'll thank yourself when you need it most. And if you don't already, maybe it's time to start thinking about that backup plan. Safe travels, friends.